What is up, guys? Today we are building a foot brake for my bike. So I've kind of already started. As you can see, I got a handbrake here that I'm going to turn into a foot brake. Basically, I got a handbrake here, a hella long cable, and a pretty nice cable caliper. So in today's video, I'm going to be mounting a second caliper onto my rear tire. And because it is a foot brake, I'm going to be mounting this handle somewhere in here and then adding some kind of foot pedal so I can, foot brake it. You might be wondering, why go through all this work to build a foot brake? Well, you know what real pit bikes have? A foot brake. You know what I don't have? A foot brake. So I first want to see how I can mount this up and make this all done. And also I took apart this brake lever and I can't get this spring and stuff back in. So, yeah, we got to figure that out. One of my problems is this is aluminum. So I can't weld to this. I'm going to have to drill into it. So basically my idea here is to mount it about here so then I can add a pedal on that end so I can hit it with my foot. I'm going to mount it to my lowered pegs. If you're interested in lowered pegs, go check out my website linked in my profile and you'll see them all there if you're interested. So my idea is to drill a hole in the back of this and then drill a hole in my lowered pegs right here. So that will just bolt right on. So let's do that. So we need to drill right here. Let's drill. Whoa, that was very, very easy. Okay, so I got the hole drilled, but my one concern is fitting a bolt in there because this is gonna need some clearance in here. Ooh, I don't know. Basically, if I can find a low profile bolt like this, it will fit in there and have enough clearance. So let's go find it. Here's all my bolts and stuff, and let's get digging. So out of all of these bolts, I found two that might work. They're both very low profile. This one's more low profile, but this one's thicker and longer and probably a bit stronger than this one. But let's see which one will fit. So now that we got an actual working second bolt, now we have to basically just, there we go. That has to go in there. So we got to drill a hole through the lowered pegs to bolt this onto. So let's take these off and drill them out. All right, now let's take these off. There we go. And there we go. Boom. Now we have to drill a hole about right there, and then we should be good. Okay, here's a hole. Let's tap it. Now let's drill. Whoa. Now let's find all of our parts and start reassembling it all. Go in. There we go. Go through. Come on, bite into it. Yes. Okay, I've now got the bike handle basically mounted. It is mounted at quite an angle. I might re-drill that or maybe shave a little because yeah, that's not the best angle, but let's see how it fits. Okay, this is all good. I do need to add a pedal or something here. I might just use some metal wire or something, but this like kind of likes to go back and forth. So I might just metal wire it around that or do something, but let's work on the pedal now. I'm basically trying to connect this piece of steel to this handle, kind of like this. So my idea here is to flatten out this handle a bit so drill better and it'll be flat for that to bolt onto. So let's do that now. Let's see if this will even flatten down. Flatten it down a bit, but pretty good. So let's drill holes and stuff now. So I added a little tap. I'm gonna find some thicker bolts because this is a little thin, but we're gonna see what I can do. I found this. This should be long enough. It's pretty thick and I have one of the nylon nuts. So let's use this. So we have a pretty big problem. This cable is like fraying, and as you can maybe hear, it sounds super bad and it has a lot of resistance, and I just ended up pulling this whole cable out. Yeah, you see this cable is all frayed all the way down, so that is definitely causing a lot of resistance. So I'm gonna try to find a new cable. So after looking at this cable more, it looks like there's one frayed cable, and as you can see, it's like all weird that goes all the way down. But at this part where I've been untwisting that little frayed part, it's fine, unlike down here where there's resistance. So I think I'm just gonna untwist it for now. So I've got this untwisted more. As you can see, there's like one broken cable coming out of here, and that goes to this big strand that I'm undoing. And as you can see, under that big strand, it's all nice and smooth. Same with down here, there was like a broken strand. So I'm gonna just pull this all off. And there we go, we got the last little bit off. So we got all this off. You can barely see it, but this cable's all nice and smooth now. So I'm gonna put it back in the casing and lube this casing up a little bit because it can probably use it. Okay, so I've got the cable back in and I've worked the lubricant in and it feels much better. So let's throw this all back on. Okay, so we got this done now. I got the caliper on here and everything mounted. I have a zip tie on this right now. I'm gonna replace this with metal wire or something to keep this just a bit more stable. Only thing is this is a little Yeah, I think this washer needs to go inside, but as you can see, this does work. There you go, look at that. And it can even pull it back. The caliper has enough strength to pull it back. This up here, this whole cable part in here, that's a little rough, so I need to wear that in and lube it up a bit, and a little bit of everything else, but yeah, that's actually pretty mint. And now I'm just trying to test this out, and this does feel good. I'm fully pulling the brake in, as you can see, fully out, fully in, and it's not even that much travel on my foot. So I've already filmed this whole video and everything, and I've just now went back and I actually bent this. As you can see, I like bent it up a bit and twisted it just a bit, and it is way more comfortable now. I can hit it way more comfortably. When I fully push it down, it's actually flat. Before it used to be angled. It would have been at that angle, but now it's flat. So now that I angled this differently, it feels so much better. But back to the rest of the video. This is pretty good. So yeah, let's get the caliper mounted on the back here. Okay, here comes the hard part. I gotta mount this second caliper. I got this on a mount and everything. Basically, my idea is make kind of a piece of steel that goes into here. As you can see, there is spacers on here, so the piece of steel will just replace those spacers. So that'll go here and then kind of go out to here, I guess, and hold that on. It's gonna be at like that angle pretty good. So that's gonna look mean on this back tire. Okay, here's my idea. I'm gonna weld these two pieces of steel together. Probably gonna find a little bit longer piece, but it's gonna go something like that. So the holes will match up here and the holes will match up there. But I think I need a longer down piece because for these to actually hold to both holes, that's only going to there. So I definitely need a longer piece. Okay, I found a much longer piece. I'm gonna have to cut this down and straighten it out a little bit because this is kind of bumpy, but my idea is kind of go like right there and then cut it off about here. So let's actually do that like right now. Okay, I cut this piece of steel. It's like the worst cut ever, but this goes onto these two holes, and then this piece I'm gonna weld onto the end, and that'll hold the caliper. Okay, so I tacked this piece in place just for now, and we're gonna see how this all lines up. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Okay, hell yeah. I'm gonna put another tack on this just for now, and then drill all these holes, make sure it all fits, and then weld it completely up. So I took off one of the mounts off of that caliper, and I'm gonna use this as a template for the holes on this side and on this side. So let's get that done. Okay, I got this all measured out on the caliper down in here. So I pre-drilled these with little drill bit. So now I'm gonna open this up and do it with a much bigger drill bit to actually fit the bolts. Okay, so this fits, but the problem is if I try to tighten this all the way down, this part's hitting my actual caliper, and I don't think it's gonna tighten down all the way, so I'm gonna put some spacers back in here. But let's measure out these holes and drill them while I'm at it. Okay, I've now got this all welded together like that. I'm gonna clean it up a bit and then throw it on. Okay, I've got everything mounted now. I've adjusted everything. The wheel spins freely, and as you can see here, if I give it some gas and then hit the brake, it stops it pretty good. Okay, as you can see, I've cleaned up the cabling, all that. I got it all wired in there, and pedal is down here. It works super good. I tried it a little bit, but we're gonna do some more tests tomorrow. Okay, this is like the first time I've tried it. Right after I got it finished, I did do one little test, but that's it. Let's see here. Oh, I can lock that up easy, game. Oh. Ow. I need to get used to foot brake. I just knocked the wind out of myself so hard. Oh. Okay, it's the next day, so let's do a bit more testing of this foot brake. So basically what I did last night was I did tune this a little bit. Basically, I kind of bent this whole thing over more and then straightened this out, and it feels much more natural to push. Because it's at like instead of being dead straight, it's kind of at an angle like this. So it's feeling much more natural to push. So let's try to just do some normal riding. But let's see how it stops. Okay, locks it up easily. Let's see, I'm gonna try to pop it up and do a wheelie with the normal handbrake. Nope, let's see here. Nah. That was okay. I dropped it back a bit. Okay. Yeah, I'm not good at wheelies. But let's try foot brake now. Kind of scared because I'm not trying to loop. Worst case, I can just stomp foot brake. Oh, there we go. Let's see here. Oh, there we go. That was a bit. I had my hand on the brake, but I wasn't trying to use it. Let's see here. Oh, there we go. Perfect foot brake execution. Well, that's going to be it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Definitely a different video. Normally I just do riding videos, but this foot brake is so nice. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe, and bye.